bless you. God bless you. Today we are looking at faithful service brings abundance of blessings. Our theme for this month now, listening to the testimonies that were shown. These are children teachers who became dedicated to the work of God, and God began to turn destinies around. All the testimonies they are sharing are true testimony. Our anchor scripture, Proverbs 28 verse 20. God is showing us the ways to make it. You want to make it, follow the ways of God. Proverbs chapter 28 verse 20 says, a faithful man, look at it, will abound with blessings. He doesn't pray for them. But he who hastens to be rich will not go unpunished. A faithful man. A faithful man. Don't just one leg in, one leg out. You won't be blessed. A faithful man. And so we are called to be faithful. We are called to pursue the kingdom with all faithfulness. We are called to serve God. We are saved to serve. Every kind of breakthrough is connected to faithful service. We are to work hard to advance his kingdom as stewards. But what God is looking for is faithfulness. Everybody, every day, don't promote yourself. Promote the things of God. Work hard. Use your skill. Use your knowledge. Use your money to advance his kingdom. The greatest reward in eternity is the word, thou good and faithful servant. And everybody must aspire to hear that word. Matthew 24, 45 and 47. I'm going to read it from two different. Say, who then is a faithful wise servant, whom his master made ruler over his household, and to give them food in due season? Verse 40 says, therefore you also be ready, for the Son of Man is coming at an hour you do not expect. 47. But know this, that if the master of the house had known what hour the thief will come, you will have what? Watch not for his house to be broken through. You will not have what? What therefore? For you know not the hour nor the time when the Son of Man cometh. And so we are supposed to watch. We are supposed to make sure everything that we are doing, we don't know when he's coming. So we have to occupy until he comes. We have to make sure we are working until he comes. And so you don't do it today and then you stop tomorrow. You don't do it today and you stop tomorrow. And so it's very, very, very important that everybody must be believing God. That one day, God, when he comes, he will not find you. As I used to be an usher in the church. So where are we finding you now? Not I used to be. It should not be I used to be. You have to continue and continue and continue because he's coming. We don't know. The issue is that we don't know when he's coming. We don't know when he's coming. So Matthew 25, 21. Let's read Matthew 25, 21 too. Matthew 25, 21. So as we wait, his Lord said to him, well done, good and faithful servant. You were faithful over a few things. I will make you ruler over many things. He didn't say you are faithful over all. So try your best. You are faithful over a few things. I will make you ruler over many things. Enter into the joy of the Lord. Matthew 25, 21. So this is something everybody must be believing God for. We don't know when he's coming. We don't know, but he will come one day. And so it's not that, some of you can teach the children, but you don't have time. It's not that you are there today, you are not there tomorrow. And so we have to make sure we stay in service. Once a Sunday school teacher, forever a Sunday school teacher. Once an usher, forever an usher. Once a singer, forever, until he comes. Until he comes, we don't stop. And so let's read that same scripture from the Passion Translation. Matthew 25, 21. Matthew 25, 21. Let's go to Matthew 25, 21. His Lord said to him, well done. Commending his servant, the master replied, you have done well, and proving yourself to be a lawyer and trustworthy. You have done well. You are proving yourself to be loyal and trustworthy. Okay, now let's go back to Matthew 24, 45. Matthew 24, 45. In the Passion. What will qualify a servant to manage his master's house? He will be a wise servant who is both faithful and dependable. The master will commission him to oversee others. So you see, when you are faithful with little, he gives you more. You know, you will pray for it. When you are faithful, When you are faithful, he will commission you to oversee others, for he will lead them well and give them food at the right time. So faithfulness is the secret of abundance. Question: what is faithfulness? What is faithfulness? Now today we are going to be looking at some strange things. Faithfulness is doing what the master has given you to do with the resources he gave you to do it. Doing what the master has given you to do with the resources he gave you to do it. 1 Corinthians chapter 4 verse 2 from the Living Bible Translation, TLB. 1 Corinthians 4:2 from TLB. What does he say? 1 Corinthians 4:2 from TLB. Now, the most important thing about a servant is that he does just what his master tells him to do. Many people are doing things that God didn't tell them. He does just what his master tells him to do. This is faithfulness. So you can be very diligent and sacrificial and still not be faithful. Or you can be diligent in doing the wrong thing. You can be diligent in rebelling against authority. So to be faithful is number one, to be trustworthy, to be loyal, to be constant, and to be devoted. Constant is somebody doing the same thing over and over. You are trustworthy, you are loyal, you are constant. You are not there today, you are not there. You pay tithe 1 month, next month you are not paying, you are playing games with your life. There is no way God can increase you without being faithful. And one of the things that God is watching from all of us is faithfulness. He watches you to be faithful until he changes your level. You said you give offering 500 every month. You did 2 months, you stop. You miss it. He was about to give you a major breakthrough, but you were not constant. So you have to understand that faithfulness is not common. God is looking for faithful men. Try and be one. Faithfulness is not common. Psalm 12 verse 1. Psalm 12 verse 1. Psalm 12 verse 1. He said, Lord, help. Godly men are fast disappearing. Where in all the world can dependable men be found? Can dependable men be found? Help, oh God. Godly men. Godly men. Now, put it in the New Living Translation. One of the translations, faithful men. Yes. Help. The New King James is even good. Oh Lord, for godly men ceases, for the faithful disappear from among the sons of men. You give somebody money, go and do this for me, he chop the money. People are even stealing from church. Faithful men are disappearing. Women who have husbands are chasing their old boyfriend and they are singing in the church. Faithful men are disappearing. People who say they are Christian are looting money from everywhere. Where are faithful men? Faithful men are disappearing. Lift your hand and say, Lord, help me to be faithful. So we have to pray to join the faithful, because the highest blessing of God does not belong to those who pray. It belongs to faithful, those who do it and do it well. We are called into faithful service. There is no child of God without an assignment. But this is the problem. We do small, we stop. Okay, you used to be a Sunday school teacher. Suddenly they promote you to become Minister for Energy. Minister for Energy says, now I work for the nation, but I can't work for God. This is when you have to even bring all your power and influence to do it, to set an example. Many people, as God changes their level, they change their service. No, that's not faithfulness. A faithful man is always there. Everyone who comes into this kingdom is ordained as a servant to promote the kingdom of God from the very first day. From the very first day. Now, in John chapter 4, verse 28 to 30, look at the woman. They call him prostitute, but the woman was not actually prostitute. Jesus didn't say. Jesus said he has married 5 husbands. So sometimes the way people put it, he didn't say he has had 5 boyfriends. He said you have married 5 husbands and all didn't work. So the man the one who is now your fiancé, you are living with, is not even your husband. He has not married you yet. But Jesus spoke to this woman, and that very first day, the woman then left her water pot and went away into the city and said to the men, first day, come and see a man who told me all the things I ever did. Is this not the Christ? And the Bible said, and they went out of the city. The woman became an evangelist, a soul winner. Day number one. So the day you come to this altar, you give your life to Christ. You don't wait for any training. Go around announcing the church, announcing. Bring more people to church. That woman from day one. Some of us have waited for too long. Some of us too. The longer we keep in the church, the more bourgeois consciousness will become. I'm a big man. I don't know how to do anything. Hey, you are not serving people. You are serving God. Are you bigger than God? The very first day you come to church, you collect flyers, you share, you invite your friends. You go, Charlie, I'm born again, you invite. Don't wait. Because that may be somebody got born again one day. He died the next day. So you are going to heaven without works. So it's very, very important. Now, areas of faithful service or stewardship. There are three major areas. Pastor Les has already shared. Let me emphasize. Number one, soul winning service, which is everybody's responsibility. Everybody here must be a loud microphone for God. 2 Timothy 4:5. Do the work of an evangelist. You are not an evangelist, but do the work that evangelists do. And what does evangelists do? Jesus loves you. Come to church. They preach the gospel. Everybody must be of service to God when it comes to inviting people to church, sharing the gospel, praying for unbelievers to be saved. We call it soul winning service. Romans 10:1. And praying kingdom focused prayer is also part of it. My heart desire and prayer for Israel is that they will be saved. You pray, Father, in the name. Recently, I throw in a prayer line and we're praying for Muslim converts because they were going through hard time. Two young guys, they were twins. They got born again. Their father put their hands together and chopped it with a machete. One young lady got born again, a princess in her own father's house. The father brought out pour petrol and they were burning her alive. And these people are so dedicated to God. And so I throw in a prayer. I say, let's begin to pray. And if you listen to all their stories, so when you go home, I want you to type converted Muslims in Iran. Horrible stories. But this is the key. I've listened to almost 50 of them. Every night I listen to one. Almost every one of them, Jesus appeared to them in dreams and visions, including imams, including princesses. Some of them were whatever. And almost all of them, then he gave me the idea that it is only prayer that can save them. It is only prayer. So I began to pray, Father, send the reaper angels, appear to them in dreams. That prayer point became so rare to me. I went to America. I told them, let's begin to pray for these people that are so winning. You guys say, I don't care. I'm saved. No, you are not saved. Pray for people to be saved. It's part of soul winning. Proverbs 11:30. He that winneth so is wise. So all of us are called into the labor of soul winning. Number 2, labor and skillful service. Labor and skillful service. You know computer. What are you sitting there, church? Can't you help this thing? Can't you help? One of our guys, when he discovered that some people have come to steal things, he said, Papa, no, I don't know how to do this thing. Now, you need this. And suddenly he went to China. He bought certain gadgets for us. We fix it. Yeah. So whatever you know to do. 1 Chronicles 28 verse 21. Amplified. 1 Chronicles 28:21. 28:21. Don't use only your skill for money. Use it to advance the kingdom. And he said, you see, you have the division of the priests and Levites for all the services of God's house. So there is a lot of service in the house of God. For all the service in God's house. Every willing, skillful man. So there are services only some skillful people can do. For instance, when we are looking for people to count money, we look for people who work in the bank because you need a certain skill, which includes everybody. You see, which includes, he said, a skillful man. Will you in all kinds of work? Skillful men will be with you in all kinds of work for any service. Also the officers and all the people will be entirely at your command. We have some militaries, we have people, they are helping us with protocol work and doing. We have a security room. Everybody, find out what can you do. And there is no skill that cannot be used in church. Skillful man, skillful man. You know how to play instruments. You are sitting down when they play, say, no, that tone is not a correct tone. No. You can sing, but you don't want to join the choir. I cannot change my dress, whatever. Listen to me. Jesus came to die for you. He didn't change dress. So our own is not even a sacrifice. He did not change his dress. They kill him. So there is no level we cannot go. So everybody with skill. Then financial services. Financial services. Luke chapter 8, verse 3. Many people don't know that with our money we serve God. And that's why I'm going to dwell today. Because the Lord instructed me to come and do something specific today. Financial service. And Joanna, the wife of Chusa, Herod Stewart, and Susanna, and many others who provided for him their substance. Now this is Jesus. Let's go to verse 1. He was preaching. Now it came to pass that he went through every city and village, preaching and bringing the glad tidings of God. And the 12 were with him. So some of us will preach, some will do protocol work, some will do media, some will help us with book printing. Now, one of the things we do in this church is we distribute books free of charge. We pay and we distribute. I remember one time we went to this in someone place, and then I had 700 books about hell. And the prison order said, Pastor, you didn't bring food. I said, but last time I brought food, you ate it, you went to toilet. It didn't change anybody. So today I didn't bring food. I've seen a lot of people bringing food, but I didn't bring food today. Today I brought books. So we gave 500 to the men's side and 200 to the women's side. Few months later, a lady wrote a letter from Holland. He was in the women's side. He was caught for cocaine. A foreigner in Holland. He said she read that book and she's now an evangelist. Can you compare this one to 100 bags of rice? She read the book. So one of the things we are doing these days is book distribution evangelism. Our book on soul winning, we have given almost 5,000 copies for free. And the book is 170 pages. To every pastor we know, every AG pastor, to stir the spirit of soul winning. So we don't keep the revelation to ourselves. Financial services. 15 reasons why you shouldn't go to hell. Every school in Ghana here have received that book. That's what we do. This is serving. Now, if everybody, you say, if you are serving God and there is no pressure on you, you are not serving him well. There must always be pressure on you to do something else. Always be pressure on you to do something else. Always be pressure. And that's where money comes in. Jesus and certain women who have been healed of evil spirit, they came out, Jesus healed them, cast devils out of them. And then they decided that we are going to support, we are going to partner with God with our money in sending the gospel around the world. Philippians 4:15 and 16. Philippians 4:15 and 16. So when you hear Paul say, I'm a born servant of God, what he's saying is that everything that belongs to me belongs to the kingdom. I'm a born servant. Everything that belongs to me belongs to the kingdom. For even in Thessalonica, he said, now you Philippians know also that in the beginning of the gospel, when I departed from Macedonia, no church shared with me concerning giving and receiving, but you only. No church shared with me. I was teaching some of my guys, said you can't have a church that the church doesn't give. The church is not a giver. We give to crusades in other nations. We give to crusades to some men of God in Ghana when they are going for that money can never finish in this church because we know what to do with it. Can never, whether you give or you don't give, it doesn't matter. What matters is we should give. When the church gives, money will come. It will come from everywhere. Because God is watching those who know the essence of money. Many don't know the essence of money is to advance the gospel. And so Paul is saying that only the Macedonian church, no church communicated with me concerning giving and receiving. See. For even in Thessalonica, you send once and again for my necessity. So there are people who send money for the preaching. Now, I just went from Kenneth Copeland's meeting, and on Wednesday morning, I was able to meet him. He prayed for me. I'm going to show you some things and what the direction that has come. And in the evening, it was partners meeting. In the evening, they show, there's a man called Baba. He has a prison ministry in America. And through that man, thousands of prisoners have been saved. And then They showed the documentary and they said, all these things were made possible by Kenneth Copeland Ministry. He's not the one going to the prison, but he's paying all the money, including an aircraft he gave to the prison officer to fly around America and winning souls. But one thing that touched me, they said that, how many of you know Bonky Crusade? Have you seen Bonky before? Or some of you, where Bonky came to Africa and millions gave their life to Christ, and they said, Kenneth Copeland is number one topmost partner in Bonky. You may not see Copeland in Africa, but all the souls, he's the one reaping them. Number one top partner in supporting Bonky. Can I pray for you? May you also sit here and be a number one topmost partner in winning souls around the world. I fell in love with the old man, 88-year-old man. I fell in love. I said, this is where I have to put my money. Yeah. People who are promoting the gospel around the world. Very important. Now, so today, let us focus on financial faithfulness in kingdom advancement. Why are many people not doing well financially in church? I'm going to explain it to you today. So pay attention where I've reached. Since many of you, money is important to you. Pay attention. Number one, we have to understand that whatever God has given us is entrusted into our hands, and first and foremost for the promotion of the gospel. Whatever God has given you, you yourself and your pocket, it is an entrustment. That's why you can die tomorrow and nobody can ask. We will just cry and forget about you. So serve God well. What people will say doesn't matter. Matthew 6:33, seek ye first the kingdom with your resources, and all these things, you won't go broke. He will enrich you more. Every money you have is an entrustment, it's not achievement. Achievement mentality is gradually destroying the church. It's an entrustment. He said, hey Lucy, come here, can I give you more money? Then he said, what will you do with it? What will you do with it? What will you do with it? But by the time your wig is more expensive than your tithe, you are moving into problem now. You are moving into problem now. By the time your shoe is bigger than your tithe, you are moving into problem now. So we have to understand, whatever God gives you is an entrustment. Number two, God is looking for faithful men, not just diligent men. Faithful men. Proverbs chapter 20 verse 6. Proverbs chapter 20 verse 6, quickly. Most men will proclaim each his own goodness, but who can find a faithful man? I need somebody to give $1 million, but can I find somebody who is faithful, who when $1 million comes, the kingdom will feel it? Some people, when they get money, only their wife feels it. Only their children feels it. Their kitchen will also feel it. And their mobile phone will suddenly change. The kingdom will not feel anything. Like today, as you have come, you drop some dangerous seed, and then by the time they are counting the offering, hey, somebody has gotten a breakthrough. But many don't know that. Many don't know that. One day I went to a friend's church and I dropped some dangerous offering. After the church, the wife called me. He said, today when we counted the money, the offering that came is a sign that you came to the service. We don't play games with God. Oh. He said that the only reason will be because you were here. Because you were here. When God blesses you, let the kingdom feel the impact. Don't change your mouth and add more fat to your bonbons. Today, so many things: botology, breathology, mafiology. You see somebody with brown teeth, the next Sunday, white teeth like snow. All the pimples in their face is gone. And you check their tithe, he doesn't pay tithe. You will be broke very soon. And because God is testing you. This is the reason why many people that used to have do not have anymore. It's not the devil. Unfaithfulness. Unfaithfulness. So watch out. God is looking for faithful men to entrust more into their hands. He's looking for faithful men to entrust more resources into their hands. Luke 10:16. Luke 16:10. Look at Luke 16:10. Luke 16:10. He who is faithful in what is least is faithful in much. And he who is unjust in what is least is unjust in much. So he will first test you with some 10,000, and he will see if you drop your tithe. You miss the tithe. He say, hey, 10,000, don't pass here anymore. It will send her to hell. Who is faithful in the least? So the way you manage 10,000 will decide if you give you 100,000. Very important. Don't pray for it. Be faithful with a little, and God will give you much. So he is looking for faithful men. All this man, the money came to you. Did you tithe? You tithe some, you corner some. He said, I need to write something, and at least when they look at my this thing, they should find some money. Warning. Now, many people get worried in church. They say, oh, some people are very poor. Why are the rich one not helping them? Now, listen to me carefully. Listen. Is it? You need to carry Bible mentality. And then some people also feel that all of us should be equal. We will never be equal. Because some are faithful, some are habitually unfaithful. If God does that, it is injustice. If God blesses all men equal, it is a Soviet Union that they talk about certain things. Communism and socialism. They say, let's all make all men equal. Even God doesn't have such an agenda. Because God knows treating all men equal is injustice. Because some are faithful, some are unfaithful. Okay, now, somebody comes to church every Sunday, and somebody comes once in 3 months. Will you bless them the same? Are you going to bless them the same? So God will not commit injustice. So if you are not seeing the blessing, check your faithfulness. Check it. Check it. Equal is not fair or just, but God is fair. So what does socialism teach? Socialism say that makes you take from the rich forcefully, give it to the lazy poor man, to make all men have the same. That is godless and not godly. Why? Men have tried this thing and it always fails. Socialism has failed everywhere. Soviet Union failed. It failed because it is not God's method. It is not God's method to make all of us equal. Now listen to me carefully. God blesses according to your level of faithfulness. Stop begging in church and check your level of faithfulness. This one help me. This one help me. People don't help you. You are angry. They give you a job. You chop the money. You are doing all kinds of things and blaming others. Why you are not blessed? Blame yourself, because socialism is not godly. God definitely said he loves all men, but he doesn't give all of us equal blessing. Why? Faithfulness differs from one person to another. Faithfulness, I want to help you with this understanding. God's way is to give more to the faithful. Proverbs 28 verse 20. He will never bless all of us the same. Yes. Some people, when they want to give it, they don't want to give. They say, oh, my wife didn't agree. I wanted to give Mama, so I told my wife, everybody should do his giving. Because there are times I do some dangerous things, they can let you cry. And I don't want anybody to be a stumbling block when God speaks to me. So I do my giving. I do my giving. When it comes to giving, everybody goes apart. Why? Because we are not operating at the same level of faith. Maybe your wife is at level 5, you are level 25. And if you come down to her level, the whole house will collapse. The whole house will collapse. So all the women who are hiding out, when my husband give, I've given. Madam, you have not given. You have not. One day your husband will not be around, I'm telling you. And one day your wife will not be around. Do your giving. Do your giving. Do your giving. Now, if you join your money together to do giving, then both of you must think alike and feel alike. Think alike and feel alike. Because one person's mistake can bring the whole family down. I tell you. What happened between Eve and Adam? Adam didn't eat. Eve ate. Who came down? Adam came down. So it's very, very important. Proverbs 28 verse 20. A faithful man will abound with blessing, not a crying man, not a begging man. Be faithful. A faithful man will abound with blessing, but he that hastens to be rich. Now, what is the lifestyle of those who haste to be rich? Keep it. No, this one I cannot give it to God. No, this is my first fruit. He just started blessing me. You want me to go and do show in church? We don't do show in church. So they keep. They want to be rich early. He got the first breakthrough. He want to go and buy television instead of giving us his first fruit. So TV is his priority, not God. Disqualified. He got his first major breakthrough. There's a project in the church he didn't give. He bought a Range Rover. Woo! And people are saying, oh, how slick the man's car look. Heaven says, when this car gets destroyed, this man will take Okada. He did not put me first. A faithful man will abound with blessings. God's way to give more. He doesn't give more to those who want more. He gives more to the faithful. Look at it. Now, with God, what determines your place, position, and portion of his resources is faithfulness. Now, let's read Luke 19, 12 to 17. Very important. He said, a certain nobleman went into a far country to receive for himself a kingdom and to return. Go ahead quickly, please. So he called 10 of his servants and delivered to them 10 minas and said to them, do business till I come. Another scripture says, occupy. You must always be doing something. Occupy till I come. But the citizens hated him and they sent a delegation after him. We will not have this man reign over us. Verse 15. And so it was when he returned, having received the kingdom, he then commanded these servants to whom he had given the money. So everything is given. My life is given to me by God. Money given to me by God. Strength given to me by God. What am I using my strength to do? He called all of them to be called to him, that he might know how everyone, don't give me small letters like that, please. He might know how everyone had gained by trading. So as you move around, God is checking. Then came the first and said, Master, your mina has entered, let us say your dollar has earned 10 more dollars, or your city has earned 10 more cities. Now listen to what the master said. Then he said to him, well done, good servant, because you were faithful in a very little, have authority over 10 cities. So he only increases you when you are faithful. Not when you cry, Lord, give me more, give me more. No, not give me more. That's why I say heaven doesn't. The day God blesses all of us the same, he has ceased to be God. But that is not righteousness. That is not justice. That is not justice. The fair system of God means give to those who deserve it. So it may be a hard teaching, but that's the truth. And he said, well done, thou good and faithful. You were faithful in little. So sometimes people who have little think they shouldn't give. But all of us move from little to much. Somebody gave 10,000, you have 10 cities, give it. Those, oh, they are giving. What happens to your house? Those that are giving, the blessing goes into their house. Never sit down when a giving is being done to promote the kingdom. Never sit down. One of the things that make the church in Africa poor was when the missionaries came and they never taught us giving. I remember I went to a church to preach, and the missionary built that church. And the pastor told me, he said, for 20 years, we don't even know what is called sacrifice. Anybody who comes should give. The Bible doesn't teach that. And so, when the missionary left, the church almost collapsed. And so, listen to me. With God, what determines your position and place is faithfulness with the little. So check it. If they pay you 1,000, make sure that 100 will never be missing as your tithe. You don't give that 100, you may never give 10,000. Faithfulness with the little. Oh, it doesn't matter. When I check the calculation, I only stole 50% from God. Faithfulness with the little is what is going to bring you into much. Now, listen to this. The overflowing blessing of God is not for those who beg, cry, borrow, wish, or are in need, but it comes to the faithful. Luke 19:17. It comes to the faithful. If you decide you write letters for money, you will write Your pen runs dry. And the more people give you, the more lower you become. The more you go down. He said, well done, good and faithful. You have been faithful in very little, have authority over 10 cities. Now, listen to this statement very carefully, it's important. One way to detect unfaithfulness is when someone wants to do things his own way. For instance, Yasmin, come here. Now I call my daughter and I say, Yassi, go to this my office. I have sent, arrange 4, 3, 5. Then she goes, she said, no, Papa didn't see well. Then she has already 1, 2, 3. She has done some work, but she has been unfaithful. That office doesn't belong to her. It's my office. And I told her to go there. You see, let me show you something. Many people, the problem we have with God is that when God tells us to do so, we do it our way. Sit down. When someone wants you to do things his way, instead of what the owner told you to do, this is why many do not have their own blessings. It takes humility to be faithful. Luke 16:12. So now, the Lord gave me a vision of this church. And then I come and tell Pastor, man of God, I want lighting. He said, no. This man, he likes disco things. Then he'll do something else. That is unfaithfulness. If you're a wife here, your husband tells you to cook a particular food. Then you cook the one you like. Now remember, nobody forces you to marry somebody. The person you marry is the Lord over your head. Always do things the way your husband wants you to do. Stop saying we no go sit down, make them cheaters every day. That's why many women are struggling. Give me this, give me. You don't need it. If you become so that's Luke 16:12. Look at Luke 16:12. Luke 16:12. If you don't do it the way the one who instructed you to do, that is unfaithfulness. And if you have not been faithful in what is another man, look at it. Who will give you what is your own? Somebody gave you his money, you started cornering the money. You will never get your own. That's what he's saying. So when you have been entrusted with an assignment, the one that you see my daughter they did there. Sunday he will call me. Do you have any special song? Some people they won't do that. They say, Pastor, we feel that we should sing Take Me Back. Take you back where? I'm the one preaching. So you go to many churches, the pastor hit the altar, there is no flow. And the pastors too, they don't know. She will always test me. Even if she has not tested me for a whole week. She said, do you have any special song? That's it. That's faithfulness. The one that gave the chop money, ask him, what do you want to eat today? In African homes, it's a long time we hear such a thing. What do you want to eat? Who has time for you? Eat. Eat, my friend, eat. My husband, the Bible says in everything, give thanks. Receive this food with thanksgiving. Madam, you are not faithful. Or you tell him, I want a brown towel, then you go and put white there for you. This one confusion. And you see, he says that if you are not faithful in another man's business, like all this, my pastor sitting here, if I tell you something, do something different, you are thinking that one day God will give you a ministry. Now joke you the joke. Now play you the play. And it's not going to work because you have to be faithful in another man's business. When I was Bishop Salifu, I served like Jaka. There are things I can't say here. I was not looking for stipends and allowance. Which allowance? We don't talk about allowance in such places. Rough it. Rough it. One day, my rent was due. They were sacking me. My spiritual father sent me with his checkbook. And I can sign his signature live. Because at that time, no way, I live drawing. I stood in the bag and something told me, this man will not give you the money. Sign the thing. He will not even see. He will not even see. It was my day of temptation. How much is this money I'm talking about? Maybe I have that money in my pocket right now. I'm telling you. And I was being challenged. I didn't. They sacked me. I moved into another house. I saw the owner of the house. And I said, Mama, I'm coming to her house, so I'm going to a camp meeting. And then by the time the woman came, I was in the house. I've not paid. Every woman, I say, Mama, me too later. My landlord has brought his carpenter. My time is not Apple. Every morning, move out. The church never paid for me. For all the years. You know, some of you don't know. And that's what has made us strong. For all the years, they paid my rent once in my lifetime. You got to believe God. And it doesn't pay me today. Today, when I remember, I rejoice. It taught me how to believe God. It taught me how to believe God. For one day I said to God, I don't need church money. I don't like it. Give me my own money so I can do what I want. And he heard me. There are things many people not like to do. I will do. He heard me. I didn't steal somebody's money. One day my spiritual father said to me, I went somewhere to pray with him, with somebody. And then he said, when I travel, never enter this house. The woman was a billionaire. That was the first place I saw bottled water. It's not today that everybody's drinking bottled water. Sure. Kai, my father traveled. I said, Lord, today I'm broke. At least let me test this woman. But he warned me. I don't want to tell you later what happened. And the one he gave me was true. To turn to somebody and say, be faithful in another man's business. How many of you are working for people? You are working for somebody. Put your hands down. Do you want to have your own? You know the key. Faithfulness. The 5 cities you stole. It's your 5 million you are forfeited in 15 years. I know Indian pastors, people bring money to church. They corner their money. They corner their money. If you are not faithful in somebody's business, you are going around raping other people's daughters. Are they your wife? So if you are not humble, you can't handle what belongs to somebody. Because pride is no, I gotta be where am I, whatever. No. When I was living, they promised me 15,000. I never saw it. I didn't fight anybody. I don't need 15,000. The Lord has taught me. But if I don't say, no, we're not going to sit down and make them cheaters every day. I was going to miss my millions. This little unfaithfulness. Go and buy battery for church, you chop. Your husband gave you money, buy trophy, add a red fish. You went and got amani and painted it red. You drop it in the soup. Where's the money? You use the money to pay for medicure and pedicure. Lift your hand and say, Lord, help me to do it your way. Your way. If you will not do what the choir leaders tell you, don't join the choir. Don't join the choir. They say red, you come with mauve. Faithfulness is handling another man's. Nobody can curse me, I tell you. I tell people, you cannot curse me. God, the people that I serve, they blessed me before I left. Your curse is not going to work. And I honor them today, tomorrow. I like it, I don't like it. It doesn't matter. Honor your father and your mother. Honor the one who trained. Every day, their birthday, I am there. Every special day, I'm there. Anytime they need me, I'm there. I'm there. I'm there. Our Papa Depo look at me and say, my beloved son from Ghana. Since 2015 I started, I've never missed 1 year. Consistently for 10 years, every January I'm there with my seed. Yes, we are not playing games. Today, maybe this January you don't have. I will sell my shoe. I will remove my wife's wig. You will get another one. So sometimes he tells me, he said, I know I will see you. You see, many are not faithful. This is the problem we are having. A faithful man. The things that you said in your heart will you do. Why have you stopped? I don't have. You see, it's not that you don't have. You have used it for something else. Be faithful. Somebody gave you his car. Uber driver. You drive. You chop. They say, today, Papa, and then you sales crowd. And then market your bad. Market your bad. Your life will go bad. Eh? A guy came here, he said he needed Ghana card, a foreigner. And then I said, find some work to do. But they said Ghana card. I said, how much? I said 1,600. What? And I look at him. And I gave him 1,600. 3 days later, I said, where's the Ghana card? Because I wanted him to get a job so that he can settle. Where's the Ghana card? Because I'm thinking, if I was a foreigner, I've appeared in the nation and I don't have a place. Where's the Ghana card? It's in my bag. Where's the Ghana card? I left it at the top. Where? So one day I said, when will you open your bag? I said, Pastor, I lied to you. I was under stress, so I came to lie. I said, you lied to me? That's finished. There are people that don't help anymore. Listen, don't help unfaithful people. I'm the one preaching that help everybody. But when the person becomes consistent, because if you keep doing that, you are saying you are wiser than God. Don't help unfaithful people. People who are consistently unfaithful. Don't help them. You don't have tamer than God. Tamer. Some Christians, they act as if. Now sometimes I see some of my young pastors, they come, they say, Bishop, I say, listen, you see the person you are talking about, I brought him to that. Do you know my relationship with him? And then they come to say the person needs, I say, hey, be careful. If I have stopped, don't continue. Be careful. Be careful, because you don't know. You don't know why we are not looking in that direction anymore. Some people, when the pastor say, oh, then they want to show that they have tamer, they bypass the man of God. You don't love people than me. So now, your reward is based on your works. In this kingdom, God doesn't reward you because you feel like getting a reward. Works. Revelation 12:22. And behold, I am coming quickly, and my reward is with me to give to everyone according to his work. According, so work for God. Work with your skill. Work with your time. Work. We shall be rewarded. It's not award night. No. Eternity will reward your work. We shall be rewarded. Find a place to work. Sunday school teacher, you come early. We put you on the prayer line. Wake up. Where's Thomas? Where's Thomas? Today, 4:30, Thomas was supposed to carry the prayer. And then I heard somebody shouting, who is the next to lead? I said, Tommy, where are you? Thomas responded, I said, 4:30 a.m. I was in America, 1 a.m. we were going to eat. And the prayer line or not, I came out of the restaurant, stood outside. American people, they are watching me. Which man of God is walking outside 1 a.m.? Hey, I must be faithful to the prayer duty. Tamati, God bless you. When you are on the line, fire is on the line. But there are people who oversleep. Be faithful. Now, let's close. Secrets of financial faithfulness. Secret of financial faith. Please listen to my teaching carefully. I've come with fresh revelation. It will help you. I've been doing it. No. Do you do it faithfully? Number one, the faithful cannot be wasteful. I've already told you faithfulness means doing what God told you to do in God's way. Once you are doing what you go to, no amount of money you spend can be called a waste. No matter what you spend, if you do what God told you to do, it is not a waste, it is faithfulness. Luke 16:1-8. The Bible says there was a servant he said that he also said there was a certain rich man who had a steward, and they accused him that the man was wasting his goods. So what did the guy do? He called all the people who were owing his master, brought them, said, Charlie, you are owing 100, pay 50. said, pay 50. Then he said, you are owing 1,000. Pay this, pay this. The Bible said that the master looked at the servant and said, this guy is very wise. This guy is very wise. Then he said, the children of the world are wiser than the children. No. Somebody shout, it cannot be. No amount of money you give to promote God's kingdom is a waste. If it is for the promotion of the kingdom, it is not counted as part of waste. Because ice block can't waste water on water. So in Mark 14:3-9, the woman with the alabaster box. That's why. So when I'm doing anything for God, I want to do it lavishly. I want to do it lavishly. Now people complain, but God is still blessing me. You don't have that understanding that I have. When it comes to God and you start economizing, it shows your level of love, lavometer. As my wife is sitting there like that, there are things if I buy for her, she will not collect. I know. There are certain perfumes I shouldn't bring. He will tell you, is this my level? She's right, oh. Check your level. So God, he treats us according to levels. So, question. Does God has a level? Levelless. So there is nothing you do for God that is too much. That's what I want to say. There is nothing you do for God that is too much.